Emergency pending.
Welcome, and thank you for your interest in a career with the Woodlands Fire Department. This video is to provide potential candidates an expectation of our new hire physical ability test, or PAT. The PAT will take place outside, weather permitting. The candidates must provide their own PT clothing to include shorts, t-shirt, athletic shoes, and utility or work gloves. The Woodlands Fire Department will provide a helmet and a 40-pound weight vest. The Woodlands PAT consists of two phases. Phase 1 is a 100-foot aerial ladder climb, which is not timed, that the candidate must maintain continuous movement. Phase 2 is a functional ability course, consisting of 7 job-related functions of a fireground, which is timed with a 7-minute and 45-second maximum time to complete. Running is not allowed on Phase 2 of the course, but the candidate may move with purpose at a fast walk. The candidate will be assigned a Woodlands Fire Department proctor, and they will guide you through the process. For each phase, the proctor can give 2 verbal warnings for stoppage, and if a third is given, the candidate will fail the PAT. Phase 1. The candidate will begin at the aerial ladder and will be prepped with a helmet, 40-pound weight vest, gloves, and rescue harness. Once all equipment is donned, the candidate will move to the turntable of the aerial ladder and be connected to a safety line. The candidate will begin their ascent up the aerial ladder. The ladder is extended 100 feet and set at a 70-degree angle. The candidate must use every rung, and once they touch the top rung of the aerial, they may begin their descent. Once at the base section, the candidate will be disconnected from the safety line and will return to the ground. At this time, a 90-second mandatory rest period will occur. The rescue harness will be removed, but the weighted vest and helmet must stay on. Water will be provided at this time, if the candidate chooses. Phase 2. After the 90-second break, the candidate will be positioned at the ladder extension prop. Time will begin when the candidate begins to extend the ladder. The candidate will extend the 28-feet extension ladder to max extension, and then lower it in a controlled manner by not allowing the halyard to slip through the hands. Once lowered, the pawls must be locked on the red-painted rung. At no time may the candidate wrap the halyard around their hand. Next, the candidate will move to the pike pole simulator. The candidate will use the designated pike pole and with a 2-hand grip, execute 5 pull-down repetitions to the full extension of the prop and 5 push-up extensions to the full extension of the prop. The proctor will keep count. The next step is the fire hose hoist. The candidate will ascend 1 flight of stairs, utilizing every step. If a step is missed, the candidate will be required to stop, go back, and step on the missed step or steps. Once at the landing, the candidate will grab the rope and hoist the 50-foot rolled section of 3-inch hose up and place the hose on top of the railing. The candidate will then lower the hose in a controlled manner, utilizing the hand-over-hand method. Once the hose touches the ground, the candidate will hoist the hose again in the same manner. If the rope slips through the candidate's hands, they may have to repeat the raise. After hoisting and lowering the hose for the second time, the candidate will climb down the stairs, stepping on every step, and then move to the ventilation forcible entry simulator. Once at the ventilation forcible entry simulator, the candidate will pick up the provided dead blow hammer and step to the elevated portion of the sled. The candidate will begin to strike the striking block with an over-the-head striking motion until the striking block has moved a distance of 2 full feet. The proctor will call out when the required distance has been achieved, at which time the candidate will place the sledgehammer on the ground and move to the fire hose drag pull simulator. The fire hose drag pull simulator will have 2 sections of 3-inch fire hose attached to a torque tank M4 set at force level 2. The candidate will place the hose over the shoulder and drive the machine 100 feet and cross the designated line. Once the machine is completely past the line, the candidate will drop the hose and then pick up the opposite hose section. The candidate will hold the hose in the hands and walk backwards 100 feet, moving the machine past the designated line. The next step is the tool carry. In a designated area, there will be 2 kettlebells. The candidate will pick up both kettlebells and carry them 25 feet around a cone. then 25 feet back around a second cone, and then place the kettlebells back into the designated area. The final step is the tower climb saw start evolution. The candidate will pick up the 50-foot bundle of hose and place it on their shoulder. The candidate will then begin to climb the exterior stairwell and ascend 4 flights of stairs to the 5th floor, stepping on every step. Once at the 5th floor, the candidate will drop the hose bundle and move to the saw. Once at the saw, the candidate will crank the saw 5 times. After the 5th pull, the candidate will pick up and shoulder the hose bundle and then descend the stairwell, stepping on every step. Once at the ground, the candidate will place the hose bundle in the designated area and the time will stop, ending the test. The Woodlands offers an exceptional working environment with dedicated, mission-oriented firefighters working together to help make the Woodlands one of the best places to live in America. We thank you for your interest in considering the Woodlands Fire Department for your next and last career move. We wish you all the best of luck in our hiring process.